Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News starts now.
Tonight, the Lake Mary Little League champions are back home after clinching the national title on Sunday. The team arrived at Orlando International Airport this afternoon, complete with a water salute. And tonight, the celebration is just getting started as the city of Lake Mary welcomes the world champs back home. We have team coverage for you tonight with all the fun. Thank you for joining us. I'm Summer Knowles.
I'm Jesse Pagan. We begin with WESH 2's Gail Pascal-Brown. She's live at the Lake Mary Sports Complex watching the team come in. Gail, take it away.
I'm telling you right now, my heart is bigger than the Grinch's ever could be, man. Let me tell you right now, this is exciting. Coach Jonathan, you are here basically, and it's so exciting. Look at here. What can we say? What can we say about this, folks? If you didn't believe it, you better believe it now. World Series champion, Little League Baseball, Lake Mary, Florida, everybody. How you feeling, Coach?
Great. This is, I was just talking to one of the fathers. I've never kept a plaque and I've never kept a banner. This is the only one I've ever wanted. I'll take this and that's it.
Man, you guys put Florida on the map, Seminole County, Lake Mary. This is an exciting time, but you said this was going to happen. Right. I knew that these kids worked their butts off and this was going to happen, that no one was going to stop this, pretty much this story. How do you feel about the community support now? There was a bigger crowd here. They're starting to dwindle right now. I think some of us just don't want to leave because we're feeling the impact. You guys brought it. You brought it home from Pennsylvania, and we will never forget this. Florida's first. Right. Florida's first Little League World Series championship. So that was the craziest part, is there was a guy up there from Altamont. Yeah. In 1984. He was in the U.S. ship. He was there. And we happened to meet him at Chipotle and talk to him and his wife. And he just talked about how they did the journey. It was a little bit different then. The whole setup was different. There was only one field, not as many teams. But 40 years ago, he was in the U.S. ship and he lost. And he just happened to come back and got to see Florida take it. We've been watching you on the mound, watch the team on the mound, in the field, coming from the airport. The excitement has been crazy. But someone prayed for you about this. What is that all about? Yeah, You have a dormitory where all 20 teams stay and you're just hanging out. And then when the game started, our games were always at 7 p.m. So during the day, there was 11 o'clock, a 1 o'clock, or was it 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So at the 1 o'clock games, we'd head down, we'd start to watch the international games, and we're just walking around, and we just happened to run into a couple guys that said, hey, can I pray over you? Wow. I said, sure. It was me, Liam, Lewis, and my son. He prayed over me. And just, asked for strength, guidance, compassion, all that stuff. And then he happened to go to our game, sit behind my father, talked about how he prayed over the coach, and my father said, well, that's my son. Wow. And either he said it or one of his buddies said, they're going to win this whole entire thing. It's already in the book. It's already written. That is fantastic, and it is written. This is one for the history books, and we're still going to grab some more players. I hate breaking up families at this point. That's Liam right there. We talked to him a little bit earlier. We'll call him over. Anything else you want to add? I know you're losing your voice. You've interviewed with everybody out here. You're signing autographs. You're signing balls. You're talking to parents. This is one day that will go down in history. That it will, but it won't be the last day. Lake Mary Little League is primed and ready to produce talented teams every season. It doesn't stop here. Yeah. And believe me, when I say something, I try to speak it into existence. We will go back. Oh, I'm excited. Even if I'm not working or wherever, can I come back with you? 100%. Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations. We are so happy about everything. We're so proud of you. You couldn't have made us prouder here in the state of Florida, in the county of Seminole, in the city of Lake Mary. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Liam, one more chance, man. Can I get you over here? I was talking with Liam a little bit earlier because Michelle Imperato asked about certain quirks, certain things that players do. What was it you said you do to get ready for this game to make sure you've got a good luck charm?
I wear my undershirt every game.
Every game? Same undershirt? Same undershirt. Yeah. How you feeling right now, my brother?
I'm really happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, are you tired though?
Yeah, I'm really tired.
Because you were up all night last night.
Yes.
Now, I know you got to get into a mindset. You were one of the first ones who said, now it's time to get ready to think about school. How do you go from World Little League champions to being a student again?
I don't even know.
I
don't even know. What do you want to do? I mean, what kind of example do you think that you're setting for all these young players who may come behind you, or even young people, men, girls, boys that are interested in this game?
I think that, like, I'm a good role model.
Yeah.
I set good goals.
All right. Hey, listen, congratulations. Get some sleep tonight. I'm talking to you in my mommy voice. And we thank you so much for all that you do. All right. Thank you, guys. This is so exciting, folks. I mean, it's just, words cannot even describe. Way to go, Lake Mary. Way to go, Lake Mary Little League All-Stars. We're so proud of you. Live in Lake Mary, I'm Gail Pascal Brown, WESH 2 News.
All right, Gail, thank you. Now, before the champs got to Lake Mary and all this celebration started there, they got a whole lot of love at Orlando International Airport.
I guess they did. You could just kind of feel it coming through the screen. WESH News' Tony Atkins was at the airport as they arrived.
Thank you, Tony. And as he said, the party's just getting started in Lake Mary while final preps are happening for that big parade to celebrate. The love for this team continues to grow with people of all ages. Mayor David Mueller says for the first time, Lake Mary is planning a parade for the Little League World Champions, and he says it'll be a celebration like no other.
This is a pretty large event for the city of Lake Mary in a somewhat small venue, but we want to make sure that we can coordinate the schedules with the boys.
You saw the sign behind him congratulating the boys. Our very own Meredith McDonough will be emceeing the big parade this weekend. She's a proud Lake Mary baseball mom herself, and so we all know that she can't wait to celebrate the team, the boys, and their families on Saturday.
Developing right now in Palm Bay, 2 high school students are in the hospital as we speak after police say they tried to settle an argument with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, so one was stabbed, the other cut, and as WESH 2's Greg Fox explains, the incident quickly drew parents and other family members to the lockdown campus.
And the names and ages of those involved in this incident have not been released.
Happening this week, Florida regulators are digging into a proposal that would lead to raising base electric rates in the coming years. But representatives of customers and businesses argue the proposal should be scaled back. Tampa Electric, which services parts of Polk County, is asking the Florida Public Service Commission to approve a nearly $288 million increase in 2025, followed by increases of $92 million in 2026 and $65 million in 2027. Jeff Whalen, an attorney for the utility, told commissioners the proposal balances a series of issues, including helping Tampa Electric provide reliable service to customers.
Tampa Electric will show this week that it has struck a reasonable balance, that Tampa Electric's proposed rates for 25, 26, and 27 are fair, just, and reasonable, and that they should be approved.
But AARP of Florida delivered around 7,000 petitions asking commissioners not to approve the increase. Zane Smith with AARP says the rate increase should be much smaller.
Enough's enough, and the commissioners today have the ability to make that final decision to say no to an unnecessary increase.
The rate hearing could last all week.
All right, it is a big night for former Lake Mary Little League player Dylan Cruz.
Ahead in sports, WESH 2's Jared Stoltzfus live in Washington, D.C., where Cruz will make his major league debut. Plus,
I cannot wait to actually test this in space and bring back knowledge to the engineers.
The crew of the Polaris Dawn missions are just hours away from lifting off from the Space Coast. The last-minute preparations leading up to the launch. Next at 6.
Ahead for us tonight, the risk of potentially deadly mosquito-borne viruses, how some communities are responding to the threat, and why some are now turning to copycat versions of those popular weight loss drugs. What you need to know on Nightly News.
Right now, the excitement is building at Kennedy Space Center as an all-private crew prepares to blast off and make history.
In just hours, the crew of Polaris Dawn plans to go where no private crew has gone before. And then, as WESH 2's Nancy Alvarez tells us, they will take a step outside. And again, launch is now set for 3:38 tomorrow morning. We will have complete live coverage from the Kennedy Space Center right here on WESH 2, and of course also on our website at wesh.com.
All right, we've had some rain at some points today, so let's get in and check out the forecast now.
Yeah, storms move through Central Florida. Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi joins us right now. So what we want to know, are we in the clear, Tone?
Yeah, you know what? We are. I think we'll have maybe just 1 or 2 isolated sprinkles, but the heavy stuff is long gone. Summer, everything is moving back into the Gulf of Mexico. Temperatures are now recovering. We're up to 83 degrees with the clouds out there. We had fallen into the upper 70s as the storms have pulled well to the west of many of us here in Central Florida. Just came through I-75 about an hour ago. 1 or 2 isolated sprinkles in the wake of that main line, but you can see the turnpike. I-95 looks pretty good. Monos may be overdoing the isolated sprinkles behind the main line, but we'll continue to watch the trends on this one. Bottom line, though, we're going to be in pretty good shape overnight tonight. And as we take a look now at 4:30 in the morning, there may be a few showers around the Kennedy Space Center, and that's important because of that launch we were just talking about. That is going to be at 3:38. As you can see, through 11 o'clock, we're calm, but a little bit later on, we'll be watching those showers. I have an update on that Polaris mission coming up tonight at 10, then 11. There's 11, 12 o'clock. East breeze works on inland now. Just a couple of isolated showers as the peninsula heats up. Those showers become thunder showers as they did today and quickly bolt off towards the western side of the peninsula back over towards the Gulf of Mexico. Towards the coast, rainfall amounts almost nothing to maybe a quick 1/100th of an inch of rain. The farther west you go, the amounts do get a little bit heavier. You can see some darker shades of green there indicating maybe a quick 1 to 2 inches of rain in 1 or 2 locales. Temperatures along the coast tomorrow upper 80s to near the 90-degree mark. Back through the interior, you can see a bit below 91. Farther west you go, it's a little bit hotter, and those triple-digit feels-like temperatures will return tomorrow through the noon, 2, and 4 o'clock hour. Once we get past the 4 o'clock hour, with everything kind of moving fairly quickly from the east to the west, you'll see that gradual improvement to the triple-digit feels-like temperatures dropping back into the 90s. Palm Coast, morning showers, afternoon sun, a good-looking mid to late afternoon. And if you headed to the attractions, you're good in the morning. Watch early to mid-afternoon, and then everything kind of builds back towards the west, like what we saw out there today. Let's take a look now at futurecast for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. A little bit of moisture sneaking up, but the bigger concern, deep easterly flow. We get the rip currents, and as we get you through the interior, mid to late afternoon, the number of overall showers and storms will go up. GFS model is a little bit heavier with the amounts. European is got some good overall coverage, but not as widespread, though, as some of the other models. Let's take a look at Saturday and Sunday now. Notice the arrows. Flow coming up from the south. That means we'll get the sea breeze collision back through the interior, and that could lead to some very heavy rain in a short period of time. But those showers and storms won't get going until after the Lake Mary Little League parade this weekend, which is certainly some good news, although we'll have to watch the radar there beginning about the noon hour. All right, peak of hurricane season now, September the 10th. We're closing in on that, just a couple of weeks out. And as we take a look at the tropical Atlantic, not worried about this wave, but a new wave coming off the west coast of Africa and one behind it. Models are indicating that something may try to develop. Here's the European computer model, by the way. You can see it's got a wave there. That'll continue to build off towards the west. But the big long-term question is, will it be forced to go north and east, complements of that cold front? A lot of things to watch over the next a couple weeks. We'll keep you posted on that. At any rate, back home here locally, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Rain chances at about 50%. The afternoon high temperatures around 92, Kristen.
All right, Tony, from a big night in Williamsport to a big league debut in Washington, D.C., guess you could say it's been a big week for Lake Mary. Our WESH Sports Director Darren Stoltz is live in our nation's capital tonight with Lake Mary product Dylan Cruz.
Yeah, hey there, Kristen. From Little League to the big leagues, it's Dylan Cruz's Major League debut. We'll hear sound, interviews you'll only see right here on WESH 2. We are live at Nationals Park right after this.
WESH 2 Sports is sponsored by Mullinax Ford. Shop Mullinax, where you'll find 0% financing and 3,000 new Fords on sale during the summer sales event. Now, WESH 2 Sports, sponsored by Mullinax Ford.
In case you haven't been paying close attention to our newscast, let me tell you, it was a huge weekend for Lake Mary Little League, winning the World Series title last night. Hey, everybody, I'm Kristen Lago. And it's also the start of a big night for former Lake Mary Little League player Dylan Cruz. The LSU national champion called up to the big leagues. WESH 2 Sports Director Darren Stoltz is live tonight in Washington, D.C., where, Darren, this is a highly anticipated Major League debut.
Yeah, this isn't just big for Lake Mary. This is big for the Washington Nationals.
To that end, though, in injury news, Osceola High School product John Walker, who was set to resume a starting spot in the D-line, he'll be out for an extended period with a lower body injury. That's it for me. We'll be right back.
We have several stories that we are following for you tonight at 7.
Including the final hours before tomorrow morning's historic launch of Polaris Dawn. What makes the mission so historic tonight?
Plus, a decision is handed down over whether the owners of the Pulse nightclub would face any charges connected to the investigation. We will have reaction.
That is WESH 2 News at 6 for tonight. NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is next.
We'll see you again at 7 and then at 10 and 11. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching WESH 2 News. Get caught up on local news, originals, and more. Download the Very Local app and stream for free on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, iOS, and Android mobile devices.